Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vortex Gallery Online 2024. We are here for the wonderful Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon S Jogai Ranto Shuyaku Sodatsen released for the Super Famicom on December 16th, 1994. I'm Omni Rabbit and I'm here with the inimitable Mixer. How are we feeling tonight, Mixer?
We're feeling good. You definitely got the name memorized a lot better than I do. After the Jogai Ranto, I start falling apart, but you've got that lockdown.
That's experience. You know, I've been running this game for 6 years, and it just locks into your head every day. You just got to do it like Zam does every single morning. You just got to do it.
I have to give that a try. So let's walk us through a bit from what we've had here. All right, how's bracket looking? The performances, the people who decided to show up.
We haven't had that many DQs. I've been a little surprised. I've seen a lot of DQs across tournaments. It's just how online brackets go. You know, not a lot of commitment to go in. Things just happen. But in terms of, do we have some pretty solid players? I would say yes. And I think this is going to be the first time that we have a stream for a lot of these in quite some time, especially a lot of the Canada folks like Slap Crab, like Jimbo. Oh, Jimbo DQ'd? Jimbo, you're killing me. That's so sad. But, well, we still got Nar, we still got Orange, we still got Keyboard Noah, and of course our legends Volcanic Akuma and Inva, both quite strong players at this point.
Yeah, definitely being able to see Volcanic Akuma live definitely was a pleasure. At SMS Con, definitely interested to see how Volcanic Akuma will do well. It's my first time seeing Inva actually play live, so that's definitely another thing to look forward to.
Alright, we got a match. Slap Crab and Bonus Lizard. Now, my understanding is Slap Crab is one of the folks from Canada that was introduced to this game by Legs. And that has been a very large effort by Legs. It's just kind of lifting Atlantic Canada on her back for several months now. I think, has it been a year yet? Do you remember, Mixer, if it's how long it's been since Lex started showing off this game?
Ooh, not something I'd be able to tell you for sure. But it's definitely been a while. I think it's with the Melee players that have been converted primarily.
It's a known pipeline. There's so many Smash players that look at Sailor Moon and think, this is the game for me. This is what we're going to do now. I think it might be the movement, you know?
I play Venus, so I'm not very knowledgeable on any insane movement potential. You know, I kind of just walk up slowly and do my thing, and if I can't get to you before you start doing damage to me, that's kind of wraps for me. I don't really get to participate in much of the movement game.
That's just how it goes, you know?
It is.
Oh, there we go. Slap Crab already a round up with Big Girl Pluto. And, was that a game up? Oh, okay. I was like, Pluto for our first match? Wow. Alright. No, it's Venus Neptune. Now, my understanding is Slap Crab has top 3'd at least a couple times over in Canada. And he's being very aggressive right now. Just walk up. Walk up and sweep, walk up and throw. Just not caring one single bit. Bonuses are still in this, and obviously Venus Desperation is quite powerful, but when you face that level of aggression, it's quite difficult to keep up. Going into round 2, a lot more careful play. Bonus Lizard doesn't have a knockdown. Haven't seen a single up ball so far.
Up ball definitely really crucial part of the Venus game plan. I was mentioning it offhandedly before, but it really is true. If you can't really get going with the Venus towards the very start of the round, like you need to establish your presence quite quickly, I feel. If you fail to do that and you let yourself get pressured or walked down too much, it's very hard to recover with Venus, it feels.
And that seems to be what happened. Is Slab Crab, she was just all in Bonus Lizard's face the entire round and didn't really leave any space to breathe. Sometimes that's just how it is, you know? We go. Game 2. Wow, goes right under. That sweep. Neptune sweep. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing Neptune sweep. What's the worst that could happen?
Another sweep to go under the whip. Oh, the up ball not happening? Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. The overhead. Oh dear. Slap Crab absolutely massacring her opponent here.
I feel like the sweep technique is quite effective. Oh, the block low. 2 block lows. We got an up ball. The second up ball connects.
But these sweeps are just so good. Slap Crab getting the most mileage possible out of those. And jab tap confirmed DP is rare. Very few people actually go for that. Another up ball. Another up ball connects. Bonus Lizard starting to fight back. This is anyone's game now. Bonus Lizard.
Yo, the
taking...
JB from Venus. I'm a big believer in Venus JB. No one else seems to be. And I believe, despite the fact that that move has gotten me in way more problems than it's gotten me out.
That's just how it is sometimes, you know? It's like Jimbo, you know? Do you know the Jimbo move? The jumping neutral heavy kick? You just gotta believe.
You do just gotta believe.
Back. Slap Crab definitely believing right now. But Bonus Lizard has pulled this back. This could still be Lizard's game. Needs one up ball, really. Or another chain. Gets the up ball, we're 1-1. Huge turnaround.
Wait, where are you watching the stream? I'm watching the stream from the Fight K, the spectate.
Oh. No.
No.
I'm not. I'm on Mac OS. I'm not doing that.
Ooh, alright.
Another Slack Crab starting to push back again. Will Bonus Lizard be pretty strong at crunch time? We will have to see. But there's the corner pressure. You know, that's just how you play Neptune. You just gotta be good and hit him with the mix.
Ooh, the jump in beating out the whip. The whip, I personally try to not use the whip very much. Also, do keep in mind, I have never found any competitive success in this game. So most of what I'm saying about Venus is probably wrong and incorrect. I've had many of my opinions explained in detail why they're wrong and incorrect, and I acknowledge this. However, I do not change my ways. But big fan of the jumping JC.
That is simply how you must play. This is going to last game, last round, which is really not what we expected from such a dominant game won by Slab Crab. Bonus Lizard is really pulling this all the way back and actually getting the up balls, which seems to be the big equalizer here. But the corner game is still going to be rough. Another throw. It's a sweep. This is not quite in desperation range, but Bonus Lizard should still be able to make something happen here. Yep. A jump light kick. It hits, but it's just not enough. And Slap Crab takes game 2. Oh wait, right, it's first to 3. We're going first of three the whole way, folks, from the beginning to the end. What a video game! Did they disconnect?
Oh no!
All right. Do we have legs on deck? Can we fix this? Oh dear. Well, we just do it live. That's just how it's got to be.
Yeah, we can fix it in post. Yeah, we can fix these
As
things
one
in post.
does. All right. It seems everyone else in the bracket has, in fact, done first to three, so we are doing fine.
Good job.
Except for this
We're
specific
following.
match.
We're following
Good, yeah, good
directions.
job to everyone.
We're doing what needs to be done. Great work.
1, 2, 3, 4 DQs. That's it happens. Happened to us at Frosty actually. We lost quite a few people in our bracket, but some people want it.
See, I was almost one of those unlucky people because I didn't verify where I needed to be and was late.
The classic.
But I've worked on improving. I've bettered myself. See, I've done this nifty little thing where when I sign up for a bracket, once everything gets published, I write down where I'm supposed to be and how I'm supposed to do things. And ever since I've started reading like instructions, everything's gotten a lot better for me. It's been a big change.
You're doing a lot better than a lot of players through video games. Simply not reading is one of the easiest ways to get yourself in a bad spot, especially if you play trading card games. I feel like if you don't read in a trading card game, you're setting yourself up for some very bad times.
Well, here's the thing. I play a little bit of modern Yu-Gi-Oh myself, right? The thing with trading card games is that there's so many trading cards, and all of them kind of have a lot of words on them. And I'm playing Skull Servants, right? If you have an Omni Negate Tower, that's cool. I'm still gonna swing into it, right? But I don't really want to read the whole. Just tell me if I swing into you, if I'm gonna destroy you or not. That's all I'm really interested in.
I remember, when I was a poor Venezuelan kid, that I was generally the only person that could read the cards because they weren't out in Spanish yet, right? The Spain release was a lot later. And so I was the only person who could interpret the cards, and they were just kind of taking me on the honor system. I could have taken many advantages, and I chose not to.
Play the game how it was meant to be played. Just flip a face down. It's like, what does this do? Oh yeah, I take your card, but it's like permanent. I get to keep it after lunchtime too. I'm sorry, that's just how the card works.
It would be just like the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. We're just making up the rules as we go along. There's no text on those cards in the anime. It's just some green, some purple. That's all we got. All right, are we going back to bonus lizard slab crab? Oh, that's a good.
I'm familiar with both of those people. Both of those people are pretty good at pressing buttons. If my memory is to be trusted.
Orange, 4th place SMS con, both of them, I believe, which entitled him to Floats' phone number. And Nar consistently finishing in the upper echelon of a lot of tournaments, starting with Frosty this year, came to SMS con, did pretty good. So let's see how it goes. The Jupiter-Neptune matchup is how do I put this? I feel like they both have a lot of options for each other, but the moment one of them is in the corner, you're not doing so good. Especially because generally it can be a little annoying to punish DP, but when you have that one frame SPD, there's nothing you can really do. Panic. Slapdog. I'm just looking at the bracket while this loads, since Orange is sitting on the character select for a little bit. The classic.
These things happen. I'm the Titan.
It's at least more stable than some of the other games. If you've ever played a Flycast game, sometimes you're just in the reconnection mines for a solid 15 minutes trying every option until something works.
Yeah, you swap back from room codes to a previous version, and then how about we try like null DC bear for a bit, and then you're like, oh my goodness gracious.
Playing games online is hard. Who could have predicted that?
I think we should all move with one giant cube, and inside those cubes are cubicles with like kotatsus, and then there's like a big common area with a bunch of arcade machines, so we never have to deal with compatibility issues. And all of the cabs are octogate because I like octogates. I feel like that's the ideal society.
My beautiful backtop octogate society with the boppin' buttons, obviously. They're my favorite buttons. Ever since the first time I felt those dome buttons, I knew it was for me. And now when I go back to a regular stick, it's just wrong. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, here we go. Gnar, Orange. Gnar usually gets some turned in herbs, but I know Orange is hungry. Orange wants it. If anybody on this planet wants a Sailor Moon title, it's Orange. He's been training for years. He is, in fact, good at the video game, as they say. And with these guard cancel DPs...
For those of you not playing at home, actually, unfamiliar with these characters, allow me to present to you my... See, I'm the voice of the beginners, truly, because even though I've been playing this game for about a year and a half, maybe, I'm still very much not good at it. I'm still learning as I go. So what you're looking at your screen, folks, you've got the lady shooting down the lightning pillars and then doing the little kicks, alright? Those lightning pillars are quite a character-defining move, I'd say. Use it for Oki, use it for neutral, use it when you don't really have much else going on. Good idea, relatively. Hard to deal with, especially for characters with slower move speeds. You kind of have to make certain commitments in order to get past or get over. But if you're too aggressive, there is the SPD, and you combine this with the guard cancel ability, guard canceling letting you cancel your block stun after a certain point, to I believe pretty much any special move, SPD included, as you're currently seeing on your screen more or less, or were by the time I was glancing over. SPD is quite powerful, especially when you guard cancel it. Makes it so you can't commit too hard, but if you don't commit enough, you're getting hit by the lightning.
Yep. And so you're in a situation where you need to walk forward, you might need to sometimes jump, but if you do an irresponsible jump, you just took a third of your health. And that is how Gnar just got this round, is taking advantage of the fact that Orange eventually has to go in. And the moment he goes in, he puts himself at risk. And she's doing a pretty good job of keeping Orange out. Very, very careful movement by Orange. The overhead whiffs, great wake-up backdash. That's one thing that you want to do as Neptune, obviously, is you want to land that overhead into the heavy DP for big damage, and so if your opponent can dodge that somehow, well, you end up in this situation where Gnar is now up 1-0.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
It's a matchup that can swing pretty violently if either one of them gets a good hit, right? If you get an SPD, now you've got a pretty sizable life lead. Even backdashing the coconut, you're still going to take a little bit of chip. You're still going to have a bad time. And obviously, if Orange makes it to the corner, now Gnar has to fight for life here to not get thrown, not get DP'd, not get fireballed. And, oh no, that was the jump light punch of shame. That was definitely a coconut. It happens. As our bot says, SNES 9X sucks. Sometimes that's just how life is.
And the DP. Those of you also not playing at home, backdash, you'll see a lot of that, especially when coconuts are getting blocked. Coconuts being those little like balls that turn into the pillar. Counts as a special move. So with the guard cancels that we were mentioning earlier, you can cancel block into special moves. Backdash included. Backdash is invincible. Change the properties of backdash change on a per character basis, but largely everyone's is invincible. Enough to where you can backdash some hits of the coconut. I think Venus only gets one backdash, but other characters might get more. There's also port priority, but that might be a little too much to get into in the middle of this game, as you know the wall of lightning continues.
And the wall of lightning has annihilated orange.
Any such cases, I hate it when I get annihilated by walls of lightning personally.
You know, that is a pretty common complaint, I'd say, when you're facing walls of lightning. One thing that Neptune does have is her backdash is pretty long, so she can dodge quite a bit of the chip without needing to commit too hard. The downside of Neptune, though, is she's very tall. You're noticing that Orange, every time there's a Thunder Dragon out, he's sweeping. That's intentional, because otherwise Neptune's hurtbox is too tall and she has to actually block and respect that fireball. Other people crouch it, because they're short. Bernard is setting herself up pretty well. This could still be Orange's game, but that's a pretty good lariat, and that's not really dodgeable. Misses the backdash timing. Got a little greedy. An R2-0.
Right, P2 side. Where's
Are they
P1
switching, or are we sticking?
Let's see.
Are we sticking to these? Well, we're sticking to these ports. Okay. Orange believing in player 2. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Because his offense is pretty throw-centric. So every time that Gnar is thrown, she can't tech, because if she does tech, Orange knows how to hit the unblockable frame, and then you have a very bad time. That's something that is one of the port differences that is available here in this game, is that if player 1 techs player 2's throw, they have exactly one frame of vulnerability before getting up, and you can hit that frame, and you can ride that frame of vulnerability all the way to top 3, as was demonstrated at Boston Movie Beach episode 2 months ago. But here we have Gnar zapping her way to victory. It's dangerous.
Alright, we got the throw. We've got another throw. Ooh. I believe that was the aforementioned tech attempt.
Yes. But player 1, I mean, at that point, Gnar had to try and hope that Orange would mess up, because there wasn't a whole lot else to do there. Orange finding his way back in and keeping off this pretty strong offense here in the corner. The question is whether it's enough to overcome this 2-0 deficit. Maybe. Orange puts one on the board. He's pretty strong at crunch time. Gnar might be able to make her way through this. Let's see how it goes. We're back to, I think this is Mercury's stage. I don't remember right now. That should be a Lore Master, and look at me. But Gnar controlling space pretty good. And the sweeps, I think in particular, have been quite excellent. And that beautiful guard cancel, the wake up backdash coconut, is very, very good. That's one of the more advanced techniques that makes Jupiter difficult but rewarding, is when you can know and control the precise angle of your coconut while backdashing, you become very, very threatening, because you can hit almost any spot on the screen. That's one of the things that was originally demonstrated many, many years ago by Drunk Missile.
Yeah, similar to I believe, yeah, similar to KOF, where backdashing counts as being in the air, so you have access to air command normals and specials. I do believe that that's the same instance where your backdash counts as an aerial state, so you can use your air options. Right?
Yep. And we're now seeing this live here. Orange
All right,
finding
let's
the
go.
way into the corner.
All right, chip dangerous for Nar right now. Let's see what
Yeah,
Orange
there's
does.
the chip.
Oh, there you go.
Oof. Orange fighting back the hardest when everything is on the line. I feel like every time that it's been match point is Orange just activates and finds more offense here. But Nar's doing a pretty good job of finding the way out. Let's see if she can take the pressure of an imminent victory.
All right, we've got the projectiles. I like Orange not backing out too much and trying to maintain some screen space. You really don't want to give Jupiter that much space right around now.
Very big throw. This could change everything. All it takes is one more coconut.
Oh, the reversal option.
That was a very bold lariat. Nar takes it 3-1 by the skin of her teeth on one of the most dangerous lariats I've ever seen. I mean, what else do you even do there, right?
Wake up reversal. Look, they either block it or they don't, right? That's kind of
he didn't block.
That's how it goes. You know, sometimes you get so laser focused in on I gotta win this interaction, and once I hit this Oki, I need to win the next one that you don't realize. Well, 6-2-3 coming at your door.
Volcanic Akuma versus Minako. Minako, of course, please come to our Discord. If you love this video game, just go to moonlightfight.com and you will come to the Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon S Jogai Ranto Shiyaku Soratsu-sen Discord, where we have netplay nights and we enjoy fighting games. Not just Sailor Moon, just lots of video games. We give lots of advice for pretty much anything. Come join us. Have fun.
Yeah, lots of fun actually. You know, me personally, I've been a dedicated attendant of the netplay nights. I haven't played Sailor Moon since last bracket at SMS.
Vortex Gallery is going to continue in January 23 to 26 at the Westin with Frosty Faustings. Last year, and by last year I mean this year, 2024, had a phenomenal showing from Vortex Gallery and lots of wonderful video games. I especially found Fighters History Dynamite that is currently here listed for next year was incredibly hype. And of course, Sailor Moon is going to be back as well. So if you're interested in any of these communities that are on the screen right now, and you're going to Frosty Faustings, check out Vortex Gallery at Frosty. They do a phenomenal job, run very smooth tournaments. It's all a great time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And not to mention, Frosty is in general one of my absolute favorite fighting game events. Everyone who's here watching the stream, I'll give you a little bit of secret tech. All right, don't spread it too far. All right, or you know it'll devalue the tech. But you want to go grab something to eat at Frosty's? Go to the place called Miller's Ale House. Go eat there in person. The fries there, when they're not soggy from transport, delicious. Highly recommend. Very good food. I'm told it's like Chili's but better, but I've told that like Chili's is like upper echelon, so it must be like upper echelon. That's my going to Frosty's tech.
And of course, this is not the only Vortex Gallery online tournament. This is happening for an entire month. We just happen to be some of the first brackets, but there's more brackets tonight, like Koihime at 8 p.m. tonight. There's Sam Show 6. Cyberboss was yesterday. Idol Showdown. So many games. Go to vortexgallery.moe and sure, and just go have fun. There's so many games and so many welcoming communities. Maybe you'll find something that you play for the first time and you fall in love. You never know. And of course, you've been seeing a couple notifications. We've got a match arena for this tournament and for all of the tournaments for Vortex Gallery Online 24. So hit up the match arena, hit up other tournaments, match arenas, come support the community, and watch these streams. Have fun. That's why we're here,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, I'll be slapping the link over in the Twitch chat right about now. Oh, I forgot the 4. Never mind. That's not the correct link. That is the incorrect link. This is the correct link. It's 24. Thank you, Mighty Squirrel. Holy smokes. 50 smackaroos. I forget who's even on the $50 bill.
That's
That'd
Robert
be a
Lee, I think?
Mr. No, that seems like it's Mr. Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh, right. It can't be Lee. Oh, my goodness. I just said something terrible. Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to move on and we're going to talk about this beautiful merch. If you want to support Vortex Gallery Online and the tired TOs that power this wonderful organization, please buy a shirt. Please buy some merch. 956 Productions needs the help to continue to deliver top tier events like this one. I'm just gonna pull up this vodka as well. How are we looking for total contributions for Sailor Moon S? $100?
That's 125. Don't forget the 25.
The
Back
25
when I
cents.
was a kid, 25 cents, if you were good at what you could do, 25 cents could get you at least 8 minutes of fun. So
That's
important,
true.
25 cents.
I'm very aware of that. We had this machine in our little arcade that it was a Miss Pac-Man machine, and if you put in 1 coin, it gave you 2 credits. So if you were good at Miss Pac-Man, you could really, really stretch that 1 coin out, man. That's what KOF is all about, right? Is people love it because there's 3 characters. You get 3 times as much playtime.
Yeah, it's like crazy. All right, we got something else on the screen now. Let's go right into it.
Akuma and Minako. Minako playing Venus. That's interesting. So I remember Minako obviously used to be a Uranus player way back before the ban times, and her sub was Mercury actually. But here we are with Venus, and Volcanic Akuma has some experience in this matchup. Boston didn't have that much consistent Venus until very recently. Shout out to Pearl. But he is playing this matchup phenomenally anyway. He is keeping Minako from being able to move.
That was a phenomenal place, normal, to end out that round. Another, yet again, same normal again.
He's not even DPing. He just says, nah, heavy kick's good enough, no problem.
It really is good enough though. Knowing exactly when to press, and there's the DP. When you need a DP, you got it. The chip damage. That was Volcanic Akuma, a pleasure to watch. Anytime I see, I know I'm in for a clean, consistent game.
You gotta call Mr. Clean, buddy. It's too clean. And Minako now switching to Mercury, which is more what I expected. She's definitely played Mercury for years. So this pick, I think Volcanic has definitely a lot of experience in this matchup. So it's a risky pick. But Mercury does have a reversal. Multiple, actually. The question is whether Minako's going to use them. Oh my goodness. My replay is actually going at double speed, so Mercury's just kind of zooming across the screen. It's very funny.
Mercury character moves quite fast. You know, when I had to face this character for the first time, it was an actual jump scare. Because I was all used to playing Venus mirrors. When I finally went out into the world and played my first mirror, I didn't know the Super Famicom could make a character walk that fast. Honestly.
But it can, and it does. Oh, Volcanic jumping
nice
into a
throw.
tornado. We've got corner pressure. We've got the Mercury Classic, and Minako has those combos.
The block DP. No, the other DP connecting. That's a super desperation move.
Oh my goodness. The Volcanic Akuma Classic. When he's down with no life, and you think that things are going to be okay, and you think, well, I'm going to do a little bit of pressure. What's the worst that could happen? Well, that's the worst that could happen. You could get super DP'd for your entire health. Now with
4 Minako, you can guard cancel to punish Neptune DP, writes in an enthusiastic watcher from the Twitch chat.
Well, that is true, but can you? I'm sure it's possible, but can you? Here comes the overhead. This is rough. Good throw. Some signs of life here from Minako. Some DPs. I don't actually remember what the best punish for DP on Mars is.
Ooh, getting hit. Couldn't crack shoot over the fireball.
It's not that low. You can't just crack shoot it for free. Backdashing like she's Chibi. Misses the B&B. Volcanic pushing his way forward through here. Another jump. Just absolutely masterfully using this jump light kick. And when he doesn't use
phenomenal backdash, but no, it didn't hit on the normal didn't cash on the downward from the DP.
Oh dear.
That was a desperation missed inputs to crack shoot, writes in a enthusiastic mighty squirrel from the Twitch chat. Thank you.
Almost.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it is. It happens, you know. Looking like my legs. I don't think so, legs. I think Minako was not throwing nearly as many snakes. That does not look like leg smarts. Oh dear. Okay, we move on our bracket, and that was winner semis because Minako got 2 DQs to get to this point, which is honestly kind of impressive. We have, right now in winner size, we have Inva versus Nar, which is Jupiter Mirror. And interestingly, Inva beat Keyboard Noah to get here, which was another Jupiter Mirror. So we just have a lot of Jupiter in this here bracket. She's a popular character. I don't know what happened. You know, back in the day, it used to be if somebody was gonna pick a new character in Sailor Moon, signing up in Boston, it was gonna be Neptune because she's got the DP, right? It's a fun tool. And now everyone picks Jupiter. I don't get it. What?
Yo, scary jump scare.
Why are we getting jump scared?
I don't know. See, the thing is, when I pick a character in a fighting game, I kind of always stick to that character as much as possible, even through different entries of the game. I asked my good buddy Zapoke, which character should I pick? I don't remember what my good buddy Zapoke recommended. But I asked for a second opinion, and I was informed by Khan, Mixer, you should play Venus. I think that'd be a good character for you. I'm not sure if that was because of my playstyle or because more people should have played Venus. But we've got something happening on the screen here. What do we got?
This looks like a button check. This is very button checky footage.
Or, you know, this is the most confident stare down I've ever seen from Minako. Oh, until the... Huh? Was it the most confident stare down I've ever seen as Minako ends, or starts the round off with the first lightning?
I think this is probably Inva versus Nar, but I don't know. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Nar. Okay. And Nar just switched on today. Coconut after coconut. Zero hesitation. Both very confident Jupiters. Obviously, Inva, fresh off a recent victory in an anniversary bracket, declared unambiguously good at the video game, is riding pretty high, and going right into Nar. What a coconut. Oh my goodness. Inva's primary strength is he knows how to manipulate his backdashes and create inputs that prevent you from doing anything like what he's doing to Nar right now. I've said before, you know, the reason that it feels like Moon loses to Jupiter is because Inva's just that good. He's just that good. So we got this coconut war, and Nar struggling to escape the onslaught of these fast, perfectly spaced coconuts.
I always feel like Jupiter isn't really a zoner in the traditional sense because, like, while Jupiter is incredibly effective at keeping you out and locking you to only certain movement options, if you get in, you still have to contend with the kick special and SPD, which are incredibly good.
Yeah, they are incredibly good. Look at Nar.
Yeah, this is good in general. Yeah, they're good.
Oof. Inva having the excellent graph paper was not enough to save him from Nar's SPD. That's 1-0 for Nar. Goodness me.
You know, I'm coming from a place where the only other zoner with command grab that I was particularly familiar with was Whole Horse and Boingo. And chat, if there's any JoJo's players here who don't play SMS, first of all, I encourage you to change your ways. And second of all, this Jupiter character is a lot better than Whole Horse and Boingo. A lot better.
So you're telling us to not play Whole Horse is the message I'm getting.
Whole Horse and well, yeah, you should really play JoJo's in general. Is the sentiment I'm getting. Much love and respect to that community, as much as it deserves to be given. It's just, I don't know, having to deal with tandem attacks when you have like an S bullet, kind of unfortunate. Almost as unfortunate as getting locked down by tens of coconuts in a single round, but. We persevere. There's always the next game, the next round, as it starts off yet again with coconuts hitting the first one. Nar attempting to get back, but Inva's kind of locking this down. But we've seen this before. Nar can't really count Nar out. SPD is on lock as we've seen, so can't really get too confident to try to get in there and lock it down yourself. But Inva, very, very good display of graph paper there, and that's perfect.
If I'm Inva, I see that perfect and I think, you know what? I got this. I know what I'm doing. Are we going to see that? Because Nar's confidence has been very high this bracket. I mean, I've seen Nar sometimes struggle to keep it together during crunch time, but that is not what has happened today. And she might be able to pull this back like that. Just find the graph paper, find the holes in it. That's what makes the Jupiter matchup. The word is difficult to find, but it's certainly different because it is so centric on not movement options, but on precision in positioning and making sure that one of your coconuts hits the other person. 1-1.
Yeah. It's a very delicate back and forth because if it sounds obvious to say, yeah, you have to account for what you're doing, but also what your opponent is doing. But when you have to calculate so much just to know if I do this in relation to my opponent's movement, in addition, my opponent is also trying to contort the trajectory in accordance with my movement. It adds there's more layers to it than you would traditionally expect from something like this. And you can see it reflected in how the players do and do not go about doing things. You really have to look at the buttons they're not pressing, is what I'm thinking here.
Absolutely, and I think the big one, huge SPD. Oh my goodness! I think the big one is just throwing the coconut moves you backwards, and being able to control that backward momentum to ensure that you don't get hit by the opponent's coconut is difficult. I think possibly the highest skill ceiling in this game is Juke, just because you have so many subtle points and techniques that you can do to adjust your trajectory. And at any given time, you could decide the entire match by a couple frames in the air. It could be the coconut lands on there and you get a perfect, or it could be you slightly miss and now the character walks across the screen and kills you.
And
It's very polarizing.
Very, very decisive showing from there. Showing
Double
that
perfect.
there's definitely a reason why Inva allegedly good at video games, particularly this one. There's a reason of it.
Yeah. He's showing it clear as day right now. And putting Gnar in crunch time again. But we've seen when in the crunch, Gnar does have the ability to come back. So what does she do to get out of this? She's not playing as confidently right now, but Inva, missed SPD, but no punish here. A bunch of missed SPDs. That Thunder Dragon's big, but still jumps in a spot where she gets caught, and this might be over. Yep. Inva sitting on match point. Inva catching spaces that are so difficult, and even when they mess up, right? If you see a random jumping light punch, that's supposed to be a coconut. But even when they mess up, the spacing just seems so correct.
Like, look at this. No one wants to commit too hard to lay the coconut right on you because you leave yourself vulnerable yourself if you leave yourself in the air for too long, because you do have to do that little jump back afterwards. And you'll see, like, even placing the coconut on them that they have to block, but landing on the dragon on your own accord. These are all, like, risk assessments we have to make. And Inva feels like managed that profit loss a little better, graphed that out, sent that over to Sharon for mechanic, and we've got ourselves Inva advancing on to the next round.
He is now in winners finals alongside Volcanic Akuma, which seems fitting. You know, these two have been on the grind. They've been hungry. They've been precise with their movement, and they're going to duke it out. And I'm excited to see it.
Inva with the post-match analysis. Let's see here. Quote, "This matchup sucks." And you know, I wasn't on the screen. I'm not in winners finals. Inva's got the qualifications. I'll have to take Inva's word for it. That is apparently not a fun matchup per se, or as to say.
It's very difficult, right? Because all of your actions are determined by whether you're threading through these coconuts or not. It's rough. So our remaining matches right now, we've got Volcanic Akuma, Inva, Gnar, Wuglet, Minako, and Orange in the bracket. Cool. Let's do it. Let's look at Minako versus Orange. Keyboard Noah going 2-2. Pretty good. Good job, Keyboard Noah.
Talk about the matchup. We both apologized to each other before the set. Now I want to know: did you apologize afterwards, or was this a one-sided apology? Was there a thank you? Was there a thank you afterwards? I'm sorry for that. Sorry for your loss. As we got Mercury, Neptune again.
And are we going to see more of the same? I mean, certainly the corner pressure. That's Neptune's shtick. She wants to put you there. Good sweep under the fireball, but Orange fighting right back to keep Mercury trapped. There goes the overhead into the DP. Instant overhead.
Oh, the fireball
like
trade? Ooh, the DP not beating out the tornado as we get a backdash here. Now we're in the corner.
Oh, Banako miscalculated that backdash and put her all the way on the other side of the screen because Mercury just moves that fast. But he's able to navigate it. Oh, Orange with these DPs, so good. Great back throw. Triangle jump.
Alright, DP gets you out of there. Now we're in the mid screen more or less. I was gonna say Neptune or Orange getting some screen control, but Mercury just moves so unbelievably fast that you can just walk forward. By the time I started and got to that word in the sentence, the position had already changed significantly. As we got ourselves another sweep, Orange takes it.
Yeah, the sweep is very disjoint, so you can sweep completely under the tornado, which is very helpful because, I mean, Mercury's best tool is the tornado, right? It's involved, it's huge, it sets up these really annoying pressure loops if you space it just right. So being able to go under it at will is quite useful. All the Maturino codes got used? Oh my goodness.
See, me personally, from old communities I was in, getting Maturino codes was always a challenge. I'm not sure if it was because of the SMS community being different or if Project L has taught us fighting game players how to effectively put in codes as efficiently as possible, but great work on everyone. What a community indeed, Legs.
I'm proud of everyone, and especially thank you, Squirrel. I still can't believe you dropped $50 on this Maturino. That's amazing. Almost as much as I can't believe how well Orange hit that overhead there. Nako starting to play a little more mid-screen, but Orange is not here for this mid-screen game. He is going to play 100% in the corner.
Thrown to the reversal. Now we're kind of in neutral again over about round start distance as corner pressure starts yet again. We've got light kicks. We got a whiff DP. The sweep does not connect. The tornado does not connect. We got another sweep. Hard knockdown on the right side of the screen. We've got a throw and a DP reversal. That's going to be another one for Orange.
Oh, Minako is having a tough time primarily because the way that this matchup should go, right, is the moment one character has the other in the corner, it's party time. But every time that Minako has put Orange in the corner, he knows exactly what to do, exactly how to pierce through, and just completely negate all of the offensive capability.
All right, we got a character switch here. We got Venus on board. That is the whip not hitting, but the up ball will.
And of course, if Minako wins this game, she has to play this the whole way. So this is a bold choice. That's the backdash, gets thrown, can't tech it. Yikes.
Alright, we got the second battle going on. Charging the up ball, trades with the fireball. No anti-air option. And the DP, this is an unfortunate situation. I think that was another backdash attempt. Okay, we got the throw. This is where Venus wants to be. Can we get a reverse? Another DP.
What a well-timed DP. This is Orange's experience. He has played this matchup probably, I want to say at least 200 times, maybe 300 times, maybe more. He has played so many rounds of Neptune Venus, and it's happening. So that puts Venus out, at least from this side, and we put Orange in loser semis.
Yeah, I feel like after those DPs went relatively unpunished, it's a bit of a difficult, especially now that Orange could know to pressure with them or to reversal with them more freely without that much of a risk. Once it doesn't happen like 2 or 3 times, it gets to the point where you have to display that I'm going to make you think about doing this, otherwise it's just going to keep happening. And it doesn't seem like there was that much of like a pressure to change the behavior, and it was really just, slowly killing. Um, but you know, we'll continue on, and we'll see you next time.
Gnar and Wuglets. Now, obviously, we've seen Gnar. We know what she's about. Do you know anything about Wuglet? That is the first time I see that name.
See, I've never heard of this name either, but you know, if you've gotten this far,
I gotta know something, right? They've won real matches. This is not somebody. I mean, they have in fact gotten 2 DQs, but they have won real matches to get here. So, what does Wuglet have to offer? Wuglet has to offer a potential double jeopardy because the first match that Wuglet played was also against Gnar. So, let's do the best we can. We got 3-0 by Gnar, and you're correct.
all right, let's doing some real preliminary research. I'm going into the main frame, folks. Let's see what this Wuglet guy is about. All right.
Wuglet is about Chample, apparently, because that's their picture on Start GG is Chample's annoying little face. So, got that going for him. Do you know Chample? Have you played Samurai Showdown the 5th?
I would not be able to tell you the first thing about that. All right, looks like Wuglet, prolific attender of locals, goes to Garo, Mark of the Wolves, and Samsho Gamer. Signed up for Samsho, NeoTurf, Windjammers, Samsho 5, and Dan Pianta for this game, or for this event.
That's phenomenal.
That's a good lineup. We love to see.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar, but you know, I love to see another NeoTurf Masters gamer, personally.
Golfers are powerful. They're actually gaming. They're gaming.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, we're in? Okay.
Oh, a Moon player. Oh my goodness, the only Moon representation in this bracket remaining, getting SPD. I think the names are flipped. Unless Gnar has a pocket Moon, which would be kind of neat. But beautiful. I love Sailor Moon. But this matchup can be kind of difficult for Moon to navigate if you're not careful.
Alright. Moon, I don't see a lot of these. This particular character, but I know that Moon kind of schmooves. And has 2 different kinds of fireballs, and they both look better than my horizontal fireballs as Venus.
They are. You can't duck Tiara, that's for sure. And you can throw these hearts from a backdash. As you said, anytime that you're backdash, you're airborne, and heart counts as an airborne move. So you can just hop around the screen and shoot some hearts. And they're quite good because her anti-air options for directly above her head can be a little suspect. So throwing out a preemptive heart is a pretty good way to catch somebody jumping. Oh, here we go! Oh no, they did a jump.
And the SPD, it hurts, it resets your progress. And then there's enough time for the coconut to be put down, so you're taking bonus chip.
Yeah, and it all started from a jump. So when you do that that head bash throw, you can forward dash right after and grab again. And if your opponent isn't immediately backdashing, they're just going to get grabbed and you're going to get trapped in a loop. So that's something that you can always threaten whenever you get a heavy punch throw as Moon. But if you jump instead of doing the forward dash, well, now she can guard cancel SPD you and you're going to have a bad time. And here's the back time. Gnar 1-0 over Wuglet. But Wuglet is not giving up. And this Moon is kind of crispy, not going to lie. That's a real Moon. Go into a real Moon stage. Opening with a random light punch, which almost certainly was either a Tiara or a heart. These heavy punch hearts are interesting. I don't know if Wuglet knows about the light punch heart or if he just likes the heavy punch heart, because it's definitely a good option. It's just,
Alright, what?
Because it moves so quickly.
C-Rules confirming the realness of Wuglet's Moon, saying that they've escaped the Venus jail as Moon several times.
And Moon, one of the characters best at escaping Venus Jail because you can just dash to get out of there. She can just leave. Inspiration range, but this is kind of a dangerous situation, especially because Nar definitely knows how to punish Moon Desperation. At least I think so. Certainly, Moon Desperation is very spammable if your opponent doesn't actually know how to punish it. True for many moves. Well, they're being very careful. Good sweep. Just keeping the footsies calm and steady. Trying to avoid getting coconuts. Or at best, just try to trade with the coconuts. Make his way through. But Nar, huge threat. And this is a matchup where, as Moon, you have to be very careful because any given mistake turns into these big chunks of chip damage because her forward dash is one of the shorter ones, so it can be kind of difficult to avoid much of the chip damage. 2-1 Nar. Nar looking set to make her way into loser semis against Orange. That's interesting. So if Nar wins this one, that means we have Jupiter, Neptune, which is kind of a funny character arrangement. We're either going to get more Jupiter mirrors or Neptune mirrors, and both are interesting in their own ways.
Alright,
okay.
Get away. Hidden. Alright, now we've got corner pressure. Ooh, not really. Pressing buttons. That right there, my friends, is a display of pressing the right buttons at the right time. Moon doesn't press those crouching light punches or crouching light kicks there. Could end disastrously, but mitigated the amount of pressure that could be done as we get hit by coconuts. Yep.
And Moon, very effective at sniping the aerial position from the coconut. But you have to have quite a bit of precision in order to be able to land that.
Oh no. SPD. Go over to that side of the screen. We've got 12 seconds. 12 seconds is not a lot of time.
Yeah, especially in this matchup. I feel like every time I play somebody like Fujoshi Gaming or Jackie Sparkles, it feels like every match is going to time. Because neither of us wants to commit too hard. So we'll get blown up. And Nar, sitting on match point, calm, collected. Wuglet fighting for his life. And I feel like, you know, Wuglet could get a little more damage just by doing the light heart, but even then, this is still just a rough matchup, especially with Nar moving. Oh no! Oh, I hate when that happens. So, Wuglet didn't actually combo the 2 light kicks, or light kicks into heavy kick, and got SPD'd in the in-between frames. You hate to see it.
That might be a potentially catastrophic error as Nar takes that game.
Yeah.
That's everything. Happens though. Here's
2 people good at the video game.
Confirmed recently good at video games. I believe it was. What was the phrasing you used for Inva?
It has been confirmed that he is good at the video game.
Confirmed good at video games as of recently. Inva versus confirmed good at video game as of I think it's been a while now. I think.
It has been.
Volcanic Akuma.
I hope he sticks to Neptune. I mean, he only plays Chibi against Sam, which I think is very interesting. Because he clearly has... Well, that's not true, right? Like, last year he played Chibi against Khan in Grand Finals, but... certainly an interesting choice of characters. I feel like Volcanic Akuma can play anybody on this cast and be a menace.
Okay, we've got quotations by Inva saying he has He has a long way to go until he's great at the video game like me, Volcanic Akuma. So we've got confirmed good at the video game Inva versus allegedly great at the video game Volcanic Akuma. Let's see how this goes. Indeed,
Let's
my
see.
SMS Con victory has allowed me to ascend beyond good.
The power to sort in the records, I think, is when everybody signed the record that is given as a trophy for SMS Con, we put a little bit of our power in there, and so that means that when he collects more of these trophies, the power just
Only
keeps
increases,
rising.
yeah. See, I think that SMS Con may have been SMS Con, folks, the venue. If you're gonna go to SMS Con or Boston Blue Beat, take yourself over to the hotel lobby. They have possibly the greatest invention that humanity has ever come to, which is a water machine that has options for selectable carbonation, flavoring, caffeine, and electrolytes. And my friends, they don't charge you for it, and you can combine as if you want to have a strawberry peach caffeinated, carbonated, electrolyte infused water. By God, go ahead and have it. And I'll tell you, Dunkin' Donuts, expensive, somewhat, you know, cost. We don't have that many in Houston, but relatively cost affordable. Carbonated water is free, and by God, if I didn't have at least 350 milligrams within a span of half an hour.
It's beautiful, and the best part was, you know, after thoroughly enjoying this machine, I go to work the next Tuesday.
Oh my goodness!
And it's right there. I was granted. Inva starting off with a coconut. Oh, it hits the hand hurt box of the fireball. That's a pretty obscure hurt box to hit. And really oppressing Volcanic Akuma in this first round. Volcanic not looking so confident initially, but he is heading to the corner, which is his sweet spot. Inva really knowing how to thread the needle here.
Alright, corner pressure by Akuma.
Oh,
the whip!
The super.
See, we've seen Akuma try to do that, the super in the past, and to great success, but Inva, confirmed good at video games. Gonna have to try a little harder than that one. Great sweeps to get under the dragons. We've seen a lot of that.
We're seeing this very careful movement. Inva's graph paper is so... He's keeping this so precise, so calm. Gets thrown, which is difficult. Doesn't block the overhead. No SPD. And that is Volcanic Akuma's strength, right? Is the moment that you pierce through and get to the corner, something's gonna happen. Oh no!
This is dangerous
jump
potential.
light punch of
The
fame.
walk. The walk forward. I don't. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. You gotta move past those misinputs and the losses. Getting walked down into punch or sweep to end off the round, kind of demoralizing. But you gotta look past it next round. And Inva seems to have done that. We've got a good position for ourselves here.
Yeah, certainly someone who has been very hungry for a long time, very precise for a lot of things. It feels like Inva is giving every ounce of power he has to do this here. And as he noted at the beginning of the bracket, he has the City Pop and the Chocolate Milk power up, so he could be quite strong.
The chocolate milk, holy smokes.
Chocolate milk's important.
Oh, the super.
Oh, no.
It works that time. It works that time. It works that time.
Empty jump super. Empty jump super.
No invite.
Never before seen. Woof. Empty desk. It happens. It could happen to you. It could happen to anyone.
It could happen to you. Ladies and gentlemen, anything that you see on the screen, it could happen to you. All right, be safe out there. Corner.
Establishing corner pressure again. Strong lariat, but another misinput. Oh, it's difficult. The SNES 9X is not being friendly to our competitors here, but we just have to keep pressing forward. We have to continue to face our destiny despite an outdated emulator causing us issues. And face our SPDs.
Volcanic Akuma is loose on the streets. Don't go outside. We were out here outside the fountain, outside the streets. Inva, the only other person on these streets outside of Akuma, only person brave enough. And the trade! Oh my goodness gracious. We're looking at another round.
Oh, thank goodness. No double KO. Double KOs in this game are very funny. Starting to get a little bit, but you know, within just less than 5 seconds, Volcanic had already done so much damage, and he's already all in this corner. Being so careful, so precise.
That might be a less than ideal coconut deployment.
Heavy DP. It's heavy, it does damage. Another wall of coconuts, very careful. Interesting.
The sweep a little mistimed.
Yeah, I mean, it is a timing thing, right? It's a risk trade-off. Because you can't duck it, you have to do something, and you stand yourself at the risk of getting hit by it. What a heavy kick. Beautiful backdash coconut. Inva always knowing how to thread the needle, how to find these spaces, these very precise coconuts. And we are in a pretty even situation here where neither player really has that much advantage, but Volcanic Akuma is clearly pumping that super.
Ooh, and Inva closing it out. But don't count Akuma out yet, not by any stretch of the imagination. A particularly astute member of Twitch chat has made the observation, and I quote, "This Akuma player is pretty good." Legs corroborating, people have been saying this for years.
Since 2018, man. We've been under constant threat for 6 years. And Inva delivering coconuts directly to his door, delivering a shield against the oppression that is Volcanic Akuma. And that shield comes from these backdash coconuts. Another one. Another one. What is Akuma gonna do next? He's in desperation range. This is dangerous.
Ooh, phenomenally placed standing B. Or standing light kick. I'm using KOF notation. Everyone else uses Street Fighter. I'm gonna have to get used to it. Alright. We got more projectiles on the screen. Phenomenal jumping kick. Oh, the cross up breaking. Oh my goodness!
Is it? Oh, it wasn't the 100%, but that was pretty close. It was pretty
You know,
close.
Inva's carved out a great spot to be in. If there's anywhere you want to be against Akuma, it'll be that. I can't predict. I couldn't tell you a better way to start off an interaction.
Oh my goodness. 2-1. Inva with the nearly death combo from a cross-up. Don't let your memes be dreams, folks. Don't let anybody tell you that the high Jupiter damage is a myth. You can do it. You can do it yourself. That lariat is coming for you when you least expect it.
Alright, SPD. Time to go into the corner. What's the move? Coconut. Coconut. Dragon. Oh, the standing. Oh my. I would not have the mental fortitude to continue after that one. The singular light normal into the SPD. But that's why I'm not a top player. Akuma, great player. We've got ourselves desperation health for Akuma.
And he's always pumping it. You know, the moment that his health goes into that 20% range, you never know. But Inva is on match point. Match point to go to Grands. This could be it.
No, Inva's got the ticket, got the hole punch. You just have to put the little grip on it, make it go. Let's see what happens. All right, corner pressure by Akuma. We've got a phenomenally placed sweep over there.
Another great sweep. very difficult for Jupiter to escape these corners because her best her best guard cancel option, at least the easiest one, Thunder Dragon, you just go under it so easily. And now that corner pressure is going to pay off for Volcanic Akuma.
Third battle, ready, go. What's happening? Alright. Sweep to go under the fireball, and it also connects. So now we've got ourselves an Inva in the corner. Akuma not trying to overextend the pressure, keeping a nice safe distance while also being able to lock down an Inva with the SPD. Sending full
Beautiful.
Alright, we got coconut deployment. A coconut. The second coconut.
This is anyone's round, man. This could be anything. Another Thunder Dragon.
Oh no, Akuma getting hit by the thunder. But we've seen it before. You can't count Akuma out. What's gonna happen here?
Beautiful jump. Oh my goodness. So many people get caught by those jumps.
20 seconds. The throw.
Throws him right through the Thunder Dragon. This is not
15
gonna be
seconds.
enough. Inva going to grand
Inva punches his ticket to grand. You know, this confirmed good individual might have the opportunity to become allegedly great.
He's sitting on the edge. He can do it. If anyone can do it, it's Corn. It's the power of Corn. It flows through his body. Every part of Inva is powered up by the Corn. The Corn spirits have taken him over. And he is now sitting in grants.
Oklahoma.
Did you know they don't actually grow that much corn in corn? It's very funny.
I don't even know. Well, what industry? Let's look at the Corn Chamber of Commerce, actually. What do we have here? That's the situation. What are we doing here? If not corn, what are we using this land for?
Corn, Oklahoma. Crops include wheat, cotton, sorghum, barley, rye, and peanuts. You might notice literally none of those are corn. It's fascinating.
Okay, shout outs to the town of Corn. They don't necessarily have a chamber of commerce, but they do have a website. They have a directory. It has 3 entries. It is government, fire department, Corn Cafe. Open Thursdays through Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 8:30. Closed 2 to 30 to 4:30, and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Beautiful. Bless you, Inva. Enjoy your grand finals. What a video game. What a video game. And now we've got Nar versus Orange, and the winner of that is versus Volcanic Akuma. So no matter what happens, you're seeing Jupiter and or Neptune on the screen.
It appears we're on an ad break. For about... Oh, wait, is this an everyone ad break, or is this a just me because of the time I joined the stream ad break?
I don't know. I only have the chat box open because if I open anything else, it might cause my computer to catch on fire and make it impossible to continue this wonderful stream. Keep you happy.
Alright, yeah, it'll be on the VOD anyway. So... We're out here. I mean, it's gonna be yet another rematch. It'll be a good rematch. You know, as we've gotten later into the bracket, you know, quality of play and all that. What are we predicting here from this particular rematch?
Oh man. It really depends on how the inputs work out. I know that Orange certainly felt that SNES 9X sucks, and hopefully the input RNG is a little better on him this time. I think Nar has kind of been on fire today. It's been some of the most aggressive I've seen Nar play. So the question is really, can Orange thread this needle and not get wrecked by the constant onslaught from Nar? And I think it's certainly possible. sitting on character select screen for an uncomfortably long time. Hopefully this is not another case of the need to reconnect. As you know, Fightcade can have issues, but no, we're going right in. Oh, baby.
All right, Jupiter, Neptune, nothing we haven't seen before. But how is this going to play out? Well, it might be different. Will be different. Especially with these play styles. Orange definitely plays, in at least the way I see it, more reliant on fundamentals and relying on knowledge gained by playing this game for a very long period of time. Kind of just knows situations, knows the right options.
Understands the precise option in every situation. He can see the frames. Orange can see the frames. You know, if something weird happens on stream, I'm always thinking, Orange is gonna know. And he probably does. Because he can see the frames all the time. That's why his backdashes are so crisp.
Alright, with DP. Oh, the jumping light punch, but it connects into an SPD. That is making a miracle happen. We've got ourselves another coconut and Oki. Both of these coconuts connecting. Backdashing a no coconut. Coconut that is blocked. And we're walking down into the corner. What's going to be the option? With SPD.
Very difficult situation. And off of that one SPD, Nar's aggression, getting her on the board. One throw.
Right, you got to throw in the corner.
Very careful corner pressure. Another sweep.
Orange a big fan of just tapping this crouching leg kick normal.
I mean, you gotta stay safe, right? If you extend too much, you get SPD'd. If you sweep too hard, you get coconut. So you gotta be real careful. Jupiter, one of the characters that from the corner can fight pretty well. Because it no longer matters how far back the coconut takes you, because you're already at the edge of the screen, so it doesn't matter. But obviously,
the coconut also huge in the corner as well, from what I've seen.
Oh no, that was almost certainly a DP input, and it turned into jump light punch. Oh dear. Not a whole lot of seconds left.
8 seconds left.
Make something happen.
Orange.
3, 2.
There's not a lot to cut. Oh my goodness.
What a sweep. What a sweep.
Nerves of Steel. I don't even think it was Nerves of Steel. I think it was Orange knows that in that situation, as long as you play in the manner that you can identify what you need to do next, you don't need to worry about time. Orange knows how long it's going to take for him to be able to mount that comeback and wasn't concerned.
You know, the logic gears are spinning in his mind. He is seeing the whole match unfold before him. You know that meme of the introvert with the glasses? That's like, put a little more salt on there next time. I've already tasted it. That's what he's seeing.
You'd like me to play against your Jupiter? I've already walked past 3 of your coconuts that have DP'd on your wake-ups. These were backdash consistency.
Better luck next time. And he's going all the way in. But Nar has had such good defense. Oh no, here's the throw. No cross up, but it doesn't matter. Another throw.
SPD. 12 seconds left, even on life. But after this, ooh, the coconut. We got 9 seconds. Ooh.
Oh, extended the hand hurt box. Not like this. Not like this. Oh. That's something that Volcanic Akuma got caught by too, right? Is when you throw out your fireball as Neptune, you extend your hand so much that you can get yourself sniped by the most random stuff. People often say that Neptune fireball is bad, and that is why, is because that hand hurt box really, really hurts you. Another throw, DP after the throw, casting the tech. So what I was saying is you can't tech these throws as player 1 because you get caught by DP, and now in chip range, very dangerous.
All right, round start. Oh, that standing light kick was active for a lot longer than I thought it would. That hits. Now we've got ourselves in the corner as Jupiter, but not that big of a concern. We've got ourselves access to backdash coconuts. And it really does seem that I hadn't considered it before, but that hand extension kind of makes using it as an option for corner pressure a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, it's risky. It's an actual big risk. Like if I throw a tiara, most of the time the additional hurt box doesn't matter. If you throw a Nintendo beam as Venus, most of the time the extra hurt box doesn't matter. But as Neptune, it really matters. And Orange getting beaten down here, but there's still a chance. There's always still a chance.
Desperation also on the table,
No!
but also on the table. Guard cancel SPD and tossed. We're looking at a 1-1 situation here.
I think Orange was trying to go for the cross up and hoping that Nar wouldn't block it. But it can be difficult to push your opponent's hurt box sufficiently to be able to do the cross up in the corner. So we're now going into game 3. And Orange, very cautious, but still doing his best. He's getting so much mileage out of throws. And then gets caught by being just a little bit too greedy. So what happens when he holds back a little more? What happens when he does stuff like this? Yeah.
That DP, I'm not very familiar with the hitbox. Is that as good as it seems?
Absolutely. It's just one big red square, buddy.
All right. I don't. I've seen some. Me personally, I've dabbled a bit. I feel like I've gotten hit by that when I feel like I shouldn't have. Pressing JB, but also, who knows? SPD coming around. Got 16 seconds left on the clock by the time this will connect in the corner.
No, tries to move out of it with the DP, but it doesn't work.
Ooh,
Tries to sweep, and it still doesn't work. Orange in danger after such a dominant round.
Petricide on the subject of Neptune DP has the quote, "It is large." I'm gonna have to agree.
It's true. It is large. And here we are, the same situation we've seen before. Orange having corner pressure, having the perfect spacing. Can he make it work without getting zapped? I mean, he got zapped, but it's only one zap.
Added in the Discord. Oh my goodness gracious, that is a large DP as we got ourselves in the corner yet again.
Orange fighting with a lot of precision, a lot of care, trying very hard not to get SPD'd, and it's paying off. But it's exhausting, playing like this against Jupiter, it wears on your mind. So the question really is, which of these players is going to have the mental stamina to get to the end of the set?
I've been saying Orange definitely looking like playing incredibly patient. Both of these players not overextending. They know what ranges they want to be in order to be safe and also get the pressure and damage that they want. Definitely something that comes from knowledge and experience. Commendable on both fronts. Orange getting knocked down.
And, the life lead for Nar is so great. From a situation where, against most other characters, Neptune would probably have won. Because Nar is so good at finding spaces for things like that. For those sweeps, for those light kicks, for those additional tools that maybe get a little underappreciated in Jupiter's toolkit. And it's now 2-1. As a score going into losers finals. And can Nar take the pressure of an imminent the what? The Orange Mercury. I've never seen this before, folks.
I'm not well versed. This is the hidden character. Okay, well we've got movement here, so I'm not too much of a expert on this matchup, but it feels like the Mercury walk speed will definitely assist at least a little bit in avoiding these coconuts.
And that is something that the Jupiter players seem to generally dislike this matchup because of the high speed, but Nar is playing it like nothing.
Alright, let's see how this round opens up with the coconut. The bubbles coming out. I'm not sure if Jupiter could avoid the bubbles to the degree that Venus can.
But certainly the tornado is quite difficult to avoid, because even if you're throwing out your coconuts, it can be difficult not to just get hit by these tornadoes. And also, Mercury has much better, less committal options that don't get you SPD. That's compression. And has a beautiful sweep that doesn't have a billion recovery frames. And lets Orange put a round on the board. He's warming up. As I've said before, Orange is pretty strong at crunch time. Sweep. Very good triangle, but doesn't punish the coconut. Still in the corner where Mercury excels. And not overextending, you know, playing it safe. Even if there's a rush down character, you still gotta be careful. Beautiful spinning break kick. Feels like Orange has been working on this for a while, because he is playing this like a surgeon.
Right place at the right time. What can I say? Phenomenal. The placement of these normals is incredible, as is this SPD. We already know, folks playing at home, you already know how this goes after an SPD. We're getting a coconut. We're playing back to neutral. We've got 15 seconds on the clock. That bubble narrowly avoided. That one connects. We've got ourselves in the corner. What's the situation? Tornado avoided. Sweeping under the dragon. And the SPD.
Yes! No! How? How did that happen? How did the normal whiff? What? You saw that, right? It was Jupiter falling from the coconut. Orange presses some normals in front of Jupiter, and they just air. Just air.
We showed your Senshi Sailor Moon F. How it goes. How would I lose? Are you serious? That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god. That's so crazy.
These things will happen to you. These things will certainly happen to you, and
Orange could have thrown. Im is right. Orange could have thrown.
You know, Orange has been around a lot, gets some experience, but you never really know everything, can you? That's another one for the knowledge tech. And,
that's another one.
Next time, you know.
And Nar, cool as a cucumber, not hesitating in front of this matchup. Sometimes that's just how it goes, you know. Sometimes you get deep into a match that's stressful, that keeps going to time every single round, and it wears on your mind, and eventually you start doing stuff that maybe you didn't want to do in the first place. Sometimes it's not SNES 9X, sometimes it's you. Now,
That's
I'm still
always
gonna
some
play
of the most difficult stuff. Yeah, to understand like maybe it's not SNES 9X that sucks. Maybe it's my character, or maybe.
But I will say, you know, I will exonerate anyone under the cause of SNES 9X, which has been a bad matchup to everyone involved.
Can't win that one. There's no winning. You just lose less.
And what does this do for our losers finals? It means Jupiter Neptune, and if Volcanic Akuma wins, it's Jupiter Neptune.
Folks, I really hope you like this matchup, because boy oh boy, do we have some fun stuff for you.
I'm interested to see how this goes differently. I want to see what Volcanic Akuma has to offer, because Nar is on fire. Nar playing very confident, starting to shake a little bit at the end of that last set, but managed to make it through. But she's been playing so confident all of today that Akuma, no. Akuma, don't hover over Brad. Akuma, please.
Evil.
You know she's banned.
Calling to you though.
The Siren Song. Yes, Scrub Cyber. You can play this on Netplay. It's on Fightcade. The emulator is a choice that can be made, but it mostly works.
The best choice you have.
It's not that SNES 9X is like inherently flawed. It's that it's there's a newer version that fixes a lot of the input issues, and that just hasn't been adopted by Fightcade yet. Hopefully it gets adopted sometime soon, but we've certainly tried it, and it's been a lot better with the newer version. But of course, Fightcade makes everything easier, which is why people use it. Why people play Flightcast instead of Null DC Bear, because that's what we got, you know? What we've got is Volcanic Akuma getting hit by a coconut.
Alrighty. Yep, yet again. Oh, Volcanic Akuma with the classic, I'm going to throw you into the corner and then I'm going to do this BP maneuver. I've seen this a lot, and it seems to work quite well.
Well, it works because it's the, you can't tech as player 1 against player 2. It's the same thing. You have that one vulnerable flame, and he's hitting it.
Port priority. There we go.
Port 2, it's pretty sweet with characters with throws. I think player 2 Mercury is significantly stronger than player 1 because of that throw becoming significantly stronger. That's why Orange, I think, was so confident going into Mercury.
Oh, yes, PD.
Never count nor out. Just a heavy punch. Just use your normals. No specials required. Just hit him. Just hit him. That was very fast. That was a very stark contrast to what we had seen before. You know, Jupiter Neptune can be either a slog that lasts 60 seconds every time, or it can be just an absolute slobber knocker that ends in 20 seconds. You never know. Here we go. Pushing Akuma to the corner.
Alright, we got an SPD.
We got pressure. Oh. And actually hits that glide punch. Didn't expect that. That was definitely a coconut, but, you know, you hit the normals that you can get. Big DP. Throw. Oh, not enough chip! Interesting. I think it's possible that if Nar blocked that standing, she might have died. I think that might legitimately do more damage on standing block in that position, but we'll have to look at the tapes later. Certainly, Nar had taken quite a bit of control of that round and of this round. You know, even being here in the corner, very difficult for Neptune to get something started for the reasons we demonstrated before, right? If you commit too hard as Neptune, if anybody commits too hard against Jupiter, they're going to get thrown. But Akuma threads the needle. He finds the way.
Alright, another coconut round start. Ooh. Yeah, we're throwing coconuts. We're trying to find an opening. Light punching the DP, that's a big explosion of damage.
Yeah, but light punch certainly. And starting to make his way through. What a DP. All the way at the top.
Really big DP. We got ourselves another throw into the corner and the placed heavy kick. How much work has that standing heavy kick been doing for Akuma? Feels like every time Akuma's pressed that button, it's always at the right time. It hits exactly where he wants it to, and it's just been it's been a show being able to see such phenomenal placement normally.
Yeah, the thing is, even if Nar blocked it, that is still not in range to get SPD. That is perfect spacing down to the pixel to make absolutely sure you can't do anything. And it's all on that heavy kick. Getting the mileage out of every button. Volcanic Akuma going a little bit too greedy, getting caught with the guard cancel SPD. Nar's got them. But she doesn't have the cross-up block. What an empty... Oh, what a sequence. Oh. Neptune, man. You gotta be good at the video game and hit it with the mix, and what a mix.
We got throws. We've got throws on top of throws. We got a DP. We've got ourselves a Jupiter at low life with the SPD on wake up. We know we're gonna get a coconut on wake up. How are we gonna proceed? The standing like hit counter hit. Oh my goodness gracious.
Volcanic Akuma 3-0 Nar. It's like nothing ever happened. Imva is drinking the chocolate milk. He is preparing for these grand finals against Volcanic Akuma, the rematch. And he had played so precisely in that winner's finals. He had played with just absolutely top-tier graph paper to get that 3-1. And both sides are confident, which is what you like to see. If you're in grands, you love to see it when both sides are giving every ounce of their strength, every ounce of their power to be where they are. I don't know who wins this. We can't know. Only they can know.
I don't know. I feel like Inva definitely showed a confident showing. When you have to deal with players like Volcanic Akuma who have experience, who have the knowledge, who have the cold nerves, you have to be sure of what you want to do yourself. If you waver, if you get nervous, if you go like, uncertainty is gonna kill you here. And we've seen that displayed before against Kuma's other participants. I played against Akuma in other games. Really that air of confidence that Akuma has that you can't mess up against this guy. And when you feel like, okay, I can't make a mistake, I need to change how I play. Once you start playing around Akuma instead of trying to play against him, you've lost.
Yeah. And he gets into your head because eventually you start to think, well, I might see a weakness, I might see something to get through. You can't commit to that because when the chips are down, when his health is low, when it looks like there's absolutely no way that he can get out of this, that's when he plays his best. Every time. And we're going to see that again. We're going to see that here. And what an exciting matchup. This is the grand finals that is beloved, two beloved community members, two beloved players, two showcases of what this game has to offer. What a matchup. Let's get them. Jupiter Neptune, once again.
You guys really like this matchup. I have grown on this matchup the more I've seen it play. The players here have really just put on a show after show of what it means to really understand this game, understand the characters, understand how you work around not only the other person's character, but against themselves. I always think the player-player matchup might be more important than the character-character matchup, honestly.
Absolutely.
We're going to the dev room. We're waving our hands on the right-hand side. We've got a prediction going. We've got everything. All the bells and whistles. We've got two coconuts on the screen connecting. Inva, right buttons at the right time, right placements. As Akuma just walking down, no fear.
And that's been the key difference here, is that neither of these players has any hesitation. They're going all in, all the time. Unstoppable force meets immovable object. I'll leave it to the audience to decide which is which, but we're seeing all of these kicks. We're seeing just a tiny bit of chip damage can kill. And it does. Imba fairly dominant already. Beautiful backdash coconut. You know, really being able to prevent Neptune from jumping is so big for him. But Neptune can still find that fireball, grabbing that coconut recovery. That's the push and pull, right? It's how do I prevent Neptune's movement versus how do I punish Jupiter for throwing so many of these coconuts? And sometimes the fireball hits the jump. It's very rare, but Akuma makes the Neptune fireball look good when we have demonstrated pretty clearly that it has some issues. What a
Very
lariat!
glaring issues, yeah. 14 seconds left on the clock. The DP is gonna connect. That, my friends, light punch will come out sometimes, and you know, sometimes you can't really stop light punches from coming out, but you can control how you respond next game, next interaction. And Inva, I feel like right now is kind of a key point. How is Inva gonna come back from that? 46 seconds in, we're placing good coconuts. That one connects.
And I think that's one of the most important things that let you become a high level player is like input drops are going to happen. It doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter how much you've played, especially in an environment like this. Inputs will drop. What do you do about it? You can't be stuck in the past. You have to think about the present. You have to think about the future. And you have to think about, what am I going to do against this sweep?
And the SPD is going to come out. 15 seconds left on the clock. We're going to get coconut. We're going to be 11 seconds before we start getting proper neutral.
This could still be Inva's game.
Oh my goodness gracious, the throw.
No! He didn't get the throw in time because Inva was player one. He could have gotten a throw after that. Wow. What a game. That was just game one. We're barely even getting started. Incredible. Beautiful. Win a Jupiter stage. Get the power
Game
up.
2, we're whiffing heavy kick. Starting off, you hit a coconut, 55 seconds.
I know Fujoshi Gaming always plays on this stage. If she can help it, she is playing on this stage, and I don't blame her. I would play on Moon stage all the time if I could.
I'm quite partial to the fountain at night. It's all like the waters, the lights.
It's very good.
Big fan.
Volcanic Akuma running this corner pressure. Big SPD. Doesn't get thrown this time. That's what he was trying to do last time.
Oh my, the guard cancel SPD. Folks,
Beautiful.
This gets me every time.
This should be it. Yes. Okay. Emma getting back in there. Emma will not be defeated that easily. And of course, Volcanic Akuma is the loser side. That means he has to not just win this set, but win another set after that. So this is quite a grueling exercise for both players of having to play at the absolute highest level and potentially going to something like, what, game 10, game 12 almost? If it goes all the way. This could be quite a long match. Very strong Thunder Dragons, getting a calm and collected life lead. And Volcanic Akuma not risking those sweeps under the Thunder Dragon as much anymore because he's noticing just how much difficulty that used to cause him.
11 seconds left. Ooh.
Big lariat. Okay. Interesting option.
I was gonna say in that situation but then I couldn't figure it out. You know why? Because I'd lock up. I don't know what I'd do if I was that close to winning. I just need a chip. Would I back? Because do I want to backdash coconut? Do I want to lariat? Do I want to keep on block? That's why I'm in the commentary booth, not fine.
And that's why they're here. Is because both of these players can take the pressure of an imminent victory. They can face the odds and face themselves in that moment and think, no, I'm still confident. I know what I'm going to do. And right now, what Akuma is doing is doing a whole bunch of throws, and he doesn't quite get the overhead DP. Very light punish from Inva, but gets out of there, resets the situation. This could still be Inva's game. Big light punch. Inva playing this with confidence, even facing a pretty dramatic life lead. Volcanic Akuma takes it, but Inva's not shaken, and that's important. Gets that jump. That jump has been so productive for Inva. Anytime somebody jumps in that spacing, he's gotten that coconut. He's gotten so much health based off of that. And catching those DPs in neutral as well. You know, any bad habit that you trigger on your opponent, you can take advantage of as Jupiter. I think that's her strength, is if your opponent has a pattern of any particular bad habit, he can ruin that life. Neptune corner again. Oh no, Invatech throw. You can't do that. Another DP. This is dangerous.
In the corner. Oh! Okay, wait, this might be the break. This might be the break.
Because this equalizes, or at least almost. This puts it pretty close to normal. Could we... Neutral jump. Oh no!
Okay, what's the...
And he attacks!
Oh, wait, the sweep!
Wait.
It's not over! 18 seconds left, can you bring it back? 14 seconds, you can't block anything now. Oh my goodness!
Almost!
Nerves of steel,
Inva!
nerves of steel, nerves of steel. Unfazed.
Inva is now 2-1 over Volcanic Akuma and Grands, playing with absolute determination and confidence never before seen. Sometimes you just gotta believe. The heart of the champion is continuing to believe when everything seems lost. Great backdash from Akuma. What a weird close heavy punch, but I mean it works as an anti-air.
Oh my goodness gracious, a lot of damage here. Akuma not resolute to not go quietly. And we'll fight.
But he's starting to take damage. Little by little. That's the thing, is the moment that Inva manages to push him out of the corner, it starts to be his game.
The DP.
But you're still at risk.
The trade. About even for both players. But I'd say the aftermath is worse for Akuma just because it sends you further and then you have to contest and deal with even more coconuts.
Oh no, he tried to
The
block
DP?
one side. He got crossed up.
Oh my goodness gracious. I don't think there's a way. That's gonna be it. 2-2.
All from that cross up, man. That's the thing about Neptune is both of these characters are ones where one small chance can blossom into something huge. For Neptune, it's that overhead or that cross-up jump, and for Jupiter, it's that SPD or that cross-up jump, especially if you get the meme damage, if you will. The cross-up lariat is not something to take lightly, but it's very unlikely
that
that we'll
fireball
see it
chasing
again.
you down. Oh goodness.
And now, Volcanic Akuma empty jumping to avoid the SPD. He's adapted. He's found the solution. Will we have the counter adaptation of doing Lariat? What a coconut at the absolute last moment.
Oh no, 20 seconds left. This is looking dangerous. Oh, the DP whiffed. 16 seconds. This is an uphill battle. Oh my goodness gracious, that thing looked like a burning
that was not
It didn't
enough.
matter.
Volcanic Akuma just letting him hit the whole thing because he knew that desperation was not going to kill. It really is a desperation move, and Inva taking these throws that are very dangerous and putting himself in a very dangerous spot. Akuma on reset point and looking very confident to get there.
SPD.
Inva's not out. We're even in life. Anything could happen here. And notably, Akuma has not had desperation life yet. What a sweep. Okay, Akuma is now at desperation life. This could be very dangerous. What a DP.
Solid play. Solid play.
Solid play and solid reset.
I mean, and that's just what we've been seeing throughout the entire time. It's just these players are so calm and collected. There's no real amount of hesitation for either of them.
Oof. My.
I mean, yeah, we're just here enjoying some good Sailor Moon, honestly.
It's true. We're having intense matches, intense rivalries, this beautiful video game together. Me and Mexer. Sitting here watching some of the best to ever play it, give us phenomenal footage. And, I mean, it went 3-2, right? It's an even matchup. It goes back and forth. It's an ebb and flow. And you never know where it's going to go next. That's, I think, what's been so wonderful about this matchup and just Inva in general is one of the most beautiful things about how both of these players play is you never know when it's over. You can never say, nah, this round's toast. No. Because that desperation DP could come. That perfect SPD could come. And you never know. And we'll have to see where this goes next because there's nowhere else for it to go.
I'm being informed that Akuma is offering Inva a Brad mirror. This comes from Sprinting Legs, who seems to be a trustworthy source of information.
Oh my.
See, I'm of the opinion if you have two individuals who are like, yeah, let's do this really stupid thing. I think if both of you agree, I don't know. Legs is
I'm not gonna oppose
no
it.
way. Ain't no way. Inva, please. Now, I personally have never seen Brad being played. I was here after the prohibition of the character.
All I'm going to say is if Inva had taken this gentleman's offer, you would be seeing one of the most bizarre matchups of any fighting game where two characters can zoom across the screen at each other and at any given time the round can just end. It's phenomenal. It's also terrible. I mean, that was most of, I believe, Frosty 2019 was a struggle with that. And part of why we went to ban. But, you know, Brad is still on the character select screen in this version. It's still an offer that you can make. I would not take the offer, but I'm not the one playing here, so what does my opinion count?
We got throws, we got more throws, we got 33 seconds left on the clock as Akuma DPs to take that one.
Dominance showing immediately. He doesn't need Brad. He doesn't need Uranus. He can just do everything exactly normal. Will Inva find his way back? Because Inva was sitting very dominant earlier in the set. And he's still fighting. He's still finding these clutch moments. But are they going to be enough? And is he going to be able to find the way out? Because Volcanic Akuma, very decorated Sailor Moon S player. Not just the 2 SMS Con wins, but many other... What a sweep.
Oh.
That's it. Or not. Great jump from Akuma.
Lariat, potentially? No, the throw. The DP. 18 seconds left. It's all... Oh my goodness gracious.
No, Inva, where are you attacking? Why?
Certainly they exist. Those
One
blinded by ambition.
Akuma folding forward so hard it feels like his movement speed is being increased by the video game. Goodness me.
SPD.
Okay, SPD grabs the empty. Very good. Starting to see adaptation. The confidence is returning. This is a real match, folks.
SPD.
This could be what Inva needs to get his confidence back.
A good solid round will help. 32 seconds left on the clock. That was
beautiful lariat.
That was a good showing. That was a good showing, but you know, a round doesn't really matter unless you get a pair of them.
That's true. And he doesn't just have to get a pair of them, he's got to get 3 pairs of them. Beautiful Thunder Dragon. I'm surprised that hit. But it hit, and
Yes,
Inva getting these SPDs, starting to find them again, adapting around Akuma. I thought that he would go for Lariat, but instead he is going for super delayed SPDs. It's very impressive. Is he going to check again? No!
The whiff
Why are you
SPD.
attacking?
Hold the phone. You gotta relax a little. Oh my goodness, that was a strange way that played out. It was very cool, but we're looking at the last round.
There yet, but having issues getting the coconuts out. SNES 9X, please bless us. Please return us to normalcy. Please give us inputs. In our time of need, deliver us the coconuts that we deserve. Volcanic Akuma back in the corner. That's where he thrives.
8 and 2. Coconuts now the third, blocking these. Chip is now a factor that you need to worry about. Inva taking the game. Now we're looking at a 1-1 prediction here.
1-1. What a beautiful. Well, both players who adapt quite a bit, who evolve in the middle of a set quite a bit. Another one.
You know, Inva having seemed to not have taken that very close round with a sizable advantage that just slipped away, affect him that much. But Akuma, once again, decisive showing. There's a throw, there's a DP. Next interaction might be the last one. That's the heavy kick. Friends, we've been seeing that heavy kick constantly over the last couple of Akuma games, and honestly, you know, so there might be a problem.
It's making it look like one of the best normals in the game. It's pretty good. Oh no, another missed coconut. Doesn't block the overhead. Throw, tap.
Throw, DP. Oh, you gotta not. Ooh.
Yikes. 2-1 Akuma. He's on tournament point. It's happening.
All right, what are we gonna see from Inva this time? You know, it's 1-2. Inva definitely displaying that, you know, it's not something that particularly will rock him. Well, we've seen that in the past in high intensity situations. Inva can definitely perform, but when you're looking at 1-2, when you realize that another game loss is really all that's gonna be left to play this night, it does kind of get to you to a degree. It's time to see if Inva lets it get to him significantly.
Yeah, and of course, Akuma's very experienced in this situation of finding ways out of a grand final set. But Inva, you know, still learning how to evolve past these tournament nerves. Can he play with the level of consistency that he needs? So far, he has.
Looking good.
But can he keep this up the whole way? Can we reach the end? Gets the heavy kick clipped. And here comes Volcanic Akuma pressing into the corner. Interesting trade. Not that big of a life lead, but still a life lead. Still a life lead. Another missed coconut. Here's the throw. And can't backdash the heavy kick. The heavy kick's just too good. It's got so many active frames. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how many active frames that has. I've never seen that normal that much before today. Because Volcanic Akuma is a true innovator.
Alright, we've got Inva putting him in the corner, but walking out yet again. Now we're in the mid screen, full screen, by that mid screen. DP connecting over by Akuma's part. Now we got ourselves a position over in the corner. Another DP. What's the Yoki option? Gonna be Fireball. That's sweet. Those light kicks and those sweeps to just lock down the corner is something we've seen a lot. But this SPD into the coconut, this might be it. No, another whip. The graph paper. Oh no,
Was he
that's
too
it. That's
confident?
it. 2-2. And folks, we've got ourselves last game, grand finals reset. Inva confirmed good. Volcanic Akuma allegedly great.
I believe this is what they call in Japan a double Luigi. Game 10 grants. Game 10 grants. I've never seen this happen in Sailor Moon. Certainly, we've had our share of long grand finals, but I've never seen Game 10. We are going to the absolute wire. We are playing the maximum amount of Sailor Moon.
The
We're
dev
going back to
team
the dev team office.
where it started and where it's gonna end.
This will never end. Well, no, it will end. It will end.
Oh,
this
oh,
game.
oh my goodness gracious!
He's doing it!
Okay, what? I mean, you can ask for a stronger start, can you?
Oh my goodness, Inva.
Oh no!
All of the pressure. It's not enough, but he
Confirming
does
it.
the lariat.
Akuma, I don't know. I shiver thinking of the man that can get that done to him and then walk into the next round unfazed. As we've got ourselves Inva knocking it down with the coconuts. Back to the mid screen. Akuma slowing it down, pressing the sweep button, canceling that into fireball. It's phenomenal. We're doing good.
Here's the DP. Here's the corner where Akuma has gotten so
Here's
much.
a throw. Here's a throw. Akuma
And
has
no
been
tech.
working this corner.
But he does
So
block
well.
the overhead. Both
Last
players
game,
on tournament
last
points.
round, game 10, grand finals reset. We've got ourselves a DP to beat over the coconut. Neutral throw. Lariat! Another heavy kick. That's gonna do big damage.
Missing these coconuts. The inputs are so hard to get now after all of these games. Can they hold it together? Both
About
players
even life. There's
exhausted.
still a lot of time left on the clock. I don't think we're gonna see a timeout here. I think we're gonna see some real punches being thrown. 30 seconds left. I feel like, oh, the DP.
Oh, no.
This might be a tuner action game. This, what? Heavy punch stay. The sweep, not connecting. Fireball, corner pressure. We've got ourselves a coconut walking us down. The sweep. What's the next option? Heavy kick, fireball. The SPD! It's over!
Yes! Oh my god!
It's over! It's over! They exist. Ooh. When Inva let that one slip from his hands before, I thought he was blinded by ambition of trying to win, trying to get it out of there, trying to finish. Finishing in this game, difficult. Akuma coming back for revenge. There's only winners and losers here. Of those blinded by ambition, of those who thirst for revenge. Only winners and losers
cinema.
here.
Absolutely.
Only winners and losers here.
This is a beautiful game. This is a truly beautiful game.
Truly.
Inva, you are the proud recipient of at least 50 Matcherino dollars. What gameplay. What gameplay from both sides. This has been a wonderful tournament. I've had a great time. I hope the players had a great time. I know Mixer had a great time.
I always do. With you in the booth seeing some good Sailor Moon, it's always a great time. And let us not forget, Inva not doubting his own ability. If you check the prediction in the Twitch channel, who wins it all? Who's gonna be paid out the most? Inva. Inva out of everyone else here put the most amount on himself. Being able to believe yourself in that situation against this opponent and these calibers of opponents who played so consistently after having the reverse. Incredible stuff.
What an excellent game. Demonstrating the peak of their ability together here with us. I want to thank Legs and Petra for putting this together. I want to thank, obviously, the Vortex Gallery staff for giving us this opportunity. I want to thank all of these people that have made this happen. And I want to tell you, if you watch the stream and you think, wow, the Sailor Moon thing's kind of cool, go to moonlightfight.com. Come join us. Come have more fun. More tournaments. More net play nights. Let's play Bishojo Senshi, Sailor Moon S, Joga Eranto, Shuyaku Sodatsen, released for the Super Famicom on December 16th, 1994.
Gamers, it's been a real pleasure. Make sure, once again, check out Frosty's great tournament. Check out the other tournaments that Vortex Gallery is offering, both in person at Frosty's and online for the rest of the week. I myself will be checking out Neo Turf Masters if I can.
I will be in
MoonlightFight.com.
Koihime at 8 p.m. tonight.
Koihime?
In 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours.
Yes.
I don't know when exactly we'll be signing off, but chat, this is going to be my last time doing a Sailor Moon thing for quite a while. So it's been a great time here. Hopefully there'll be more great times in the future. In the commentary booth with Omni Rabbit over here. Phenomenal time every time. Ever since Frosty's. Great time. And I can't wait to do more of this, honestly.
I can't wait either. So with all that, see you folks, and have a wonderful night.
Have a good one.